Alright guys, so update. There was a guy on a street bike that ran from the police. They chased him up onto this not a through street area, and he ditched his bike. Turns out it was the same guy that I saw. He just blew a stop sign, didn't even care. I mean, there was nobody around, but still, it's not right to do that. So he blew the stop sign and went up to toward Beaumont Avenue. Holy crap, there's a big tumbleweed in the road. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop and move it out of the way here. I'm gonna go ahead and move this tumbleweed out of the way, just because someone's gonna run over it if I don't do anything about it. So I'm gonna take this tumbleweed and just simply move it over here. There we go. So yeah, it was a street bike, ran from the cops, ditched it somewhere. The helicopter flew around. There was 2 helicopters, 1 plane. Said something about Cleveland. I don't know what. Said, we already talked about Cleveland. If you don't surrender now, then we're gonna send the dogs after you. We're gonna release the dogs and stuff, and so yeah, it was crazy. I got information from the guy, and he said that dirt bike flew past here super fast, like 100 miles an hour, and said that cops chased him. He ditched the bike, ran somewhere, probably into a backyard, and then the helicopters were called. Then the helicopter was up in the air, looking at the suspect, giving him commands. Police also were giving him commands, and then I asked the guy if it was a red bike, and I said, or before I asked if it was a red bike, he said that, after he said that it was a dirt bike, I was like, oh, okay, then that must mean that, it was, like, I put in my head that it must have been what's it called? That it must have been the same guy, right? And so it was just crazy, man. I asked him, or I told him that I saw a red bike too, a red dirt bike, and man, it was crazy. I told the guy that I saw I was like, it was red, huh? And he's like, yeah, it was. And I'm like, yep, I saw the same guy. He's like, where were you? And I'm like, over on Xenia Avenue. And then I told the guy that I saw him run past the stop sign, and then I guess he wrapped back around and went zoom, and then turned left, and then noticed that it was a dead end and couldn't do anything about it, so he jumped a fence or whatever, ditched his bike, hid somewhere, and then probably jumped over a fence, and then the helicopter circled around for a while. That's the footage that you just saw in the first video, and so yeah, it was crazy stuff. It was the exact same guy that I saw too. He had a white shirt underneath, red bike. Funny thing is, I was about to call him in, but I was like, nah, it's not that big of a deal. But then when I learned this information, that there was a street bike, I was like, okay, it must be the same guy. It was a red bike, huh? And they said, yeah. I said, I saw the same guy. He's like, where were you? And I was like, by a school. I was by a school when I saw the dirt bike fly by, just go to the, or like fly past the stop sign. So it was ridiculous, and yeah, I'm glad it's over. Good, peaceful resolve, and that's gonna be it for the update. So I'm gonna stop this video and then record once I get to a new location. So, peace.